Wake up in the morning, sun shining bright. Got my coffee brewing, everything feels right. But there's something special that I can't deny. Bougie, confident boss lady, she's the reason why. Serving wisdom fresh, like it's made to order. On the Shift Happen podcast, she takes across the border. From hustle to flow, her vibes never fade. She's dishing out the truth in an A-list parade. Shift happens, baby, don't you miss the beat.
Hey, my mighty shifters. It is your girl, Corrina Jackson, the bougie confident boss lady, and welcome to another episode of Shift Happens. I am your morning snack, your noonday nibble, and your evening unwind. So before I go any further with today's episode, I'm going to ask that you would like, subscribe, and share this episode. Now, today we'll be talking about something that I just went through not too long ago. And it's when the odds are stacked, shifting your story from surviving to thriving. Now, you know this is a place where we talk about the real stuff, the things folks like to whisper about, the battles nobody sees, the triumphs that look impossible until they're not. Because listen, life will happen, shift happens, but together we'll shift it right back. Today we're going to dive in something deep, into the moments when the odds feel stacked so high you wonder if you'll ever breathe again. But you will. You will. And I'm going to tell you how. Let me take you back for a minute on my own personal story. I was pregnant, laid off, didn't know how I was going to keep the lights on. I remember sitting in my little tiny apartment, hot because I didn't want to turn the air conditioner up. My belly was round and I could just feel my little girl kicking inside of me, and I knew that she was depending on me. But you see, my bank account was in the negative. And y'all, I felt so small. And I'm already small in size as it is. So to feel small in the inside, I felt invisible. I know you shouldn't think about what other people think about you, but for a moment there I thought, people are going to look at me, and here's what I think that they may have been thinking. Poor Corrina, another statistic, another single black mama. She'll never amount to much of anything. But you know what? I knew something that they didn't. I wasn't meant to stay broke. I was meant to shift, y'all. And today I run Shift, supporting healthy initiatives for Tulsa, a nonprofit that saves babies, saves lives, and shifts the atmosphere. I host this podcast, and I stand before rooms of powerful people who once would have overlooked me. Why? Because I refuse to let the odds win. Let me hit you with something pretty powerful. I'm going to hit you with the truth, mighty shifters. Over 20 million women in the U.S. live at or below poverty. Black mothers are still 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes than white mothers. It's real. Babies in disadvantaged communities are more likely to die before their first birthdays. I deal with that on a daily basis. That's not just statistics. Those are families, dreams, futures. But I'm telling you this, shift happens, shift happens, shift happens. It exists because we refuse to accept those numbers as a destiny. And so should you. Okay, let's get real. I gave you some statistics about supporting healthy initiatives and what we deal with on a daily basis. But let me just kind of turn to some of my own personal stories, some stories that you can relate to, and some stories that you know that you've heard from other people. I just kind of want to just take you there for just a minute. Now, I was stuck in a dark place. I was scared and I was unseen. And here's kind of what I started doing to shift my own story. And I know that you can do it too. Tell your story to someone who will listen. Tell yourself a new story. Never saying that you'll never make it. Say I'm learning how to rise above the matter. You see, speak life over yourself, even when nobody else does. And find yourself a circle. I had to find myself a circle, somebody that would listen to me, but somebody that was positive, that wouldn't judge me. Because see, you can't shift alone. You have to find that one person that will see you for you, see your worth. A friend, a faith leader, a coach. Let them remind you who you are. And I do that all the time. I have a best friend who listens to me, who is not judgmental, but will tell you the truth about what she thinks needs to change. And, with that, I can use as a tool to turn my situation around. And I shift my own situation just based on just a couple of words that she told me. I mean, you really don't need someone to lecture you. You just need for someone to guide you. And anyone can guide you. I mean, the Bible speaks out of the mouth of babes. Really. Even my grandbabies can say things that will shift me. Take one tiny step at a time. Don't focus on climbing the whole mountain. I know you've heard that, don't try to eat the entire elephant, but eat it bite by bite. I used to have a program assistant that would say that all the time because I would just get so frustrated with things, and she was like, slow down, take it bite by bite. Don't try to eat the whole elephant at one time. And those words really helped me. It helped me to calm myself down, to look at the situation, and to just kind of slice it one slice at a time. And that really helped me, guys. Make one phone call and apply for one job and start that job, such as journaling. I mean, really, I like to write things. I like to write it down. I like to see it. I like to go back to it. It's a reflection for me. I like to take that reflection and to do something with it, to say that I actually did something. I don't know, it worked for me. It's because little steps become big leaps. I just want to tell you about something that just happened to me. It was a situation, or not a situation, kind of like let me say, a game that I used to love to play online, and it cost to play. I got so involved with that game that, I started to play more and more and more, to the point where I was like spending too much money on it. And I realized, I said, now it's starting to just kind of interfere with what I really want to do in life, because, I would say, I'll wait till I save it, over again. And then before you know it, you're constantly saying, I'll save it over and over. Now, it wasn't really just interfering with the fact that I couldn't pay my bills or any of that. I'm just saying that things that I may want to save for, like a new dress or something like that, it was like I couldn't get the new dress because I was starting to spend too much money on this game. And so I stopped playing it, because it was interfering. And I thought that it was going to make a huge difference in my life, but once I said close my account, I knew that I couldn't go back to it, and I stopped. And so it just, that little bitty step of asking to close my account made a difference, because now I can see my money working for me again. It's the little bitty steps. And remember, if you don't remember anything else, that your situation is only temporary. I promise you, this storm is not forever. Hold on. Keep breathing. Keep praying. And most of all, keep pushing. Now, let me leave you with this. I once thought my life was over, but God, He had shifted mine for me. And if I would have not slowed myself down and started to realize that, there's something more out there for me, I wouldn't be here today. That's why I know that if you keep pushing on the path that you're on and moving obstacles out of your way, and first identifying what those obstacles are, because that's important, and saying to yourself, I can do this to remove this, and then this will get me to the next step. It's going back to those little steps that I was talking about. I mean, shift was something that I dreamed about, but didn't think that could ever come to fruition. Once I slowed myself down and started to realize that I could really, really, really do something that would benefit the community. Because as you see, I was working in the community for years, but I needed to be able to pull a program that I was managing at the time under my own organization to really make the impact in the community that I needed to make. And at first, I thought, I can't do it. There's no way. But as I started to take little steps, one by one, and most of all, listening to God and what He had in store for me, when I really, really took the time to start listening, I started to unfold what I thought was impossible. Those are those obstacles that I'm talking about. Really identify those obstacles and remove them. Move them out of your way, and then you can go forward. But back to what I was talking about. I once thought that my life was over, but shift happened. Shift Happens is not just a podcast for me, y'all. It's proof that broken places can become blessed places. So if you're listening right now, thinking that you can't keep up, hear me loud and clear. You can. You can shift. Because if I did it, you can certainly do it. And when you do, honey, let me tell you, the world better watch out. And the world becomes a better place because you figured out how to shift some things in your life that will not only benefit you, but benefit the world too. Now remember, if this episode blessed you, share it with someone who needs to know Shift Happens. Follow us at shift-tulsa.org. It's a website where you can learn more about the nonprofit that I was talking about earlier, supporting healthy initiatives for Tulsa. Listen, I would love to hear your story. I would love to hear how Shift may have improved or impact your story, or just those stories that you had before you started listening to Shift Happen. Now, until next time, keep shifting because your story is far from over. And please, if you don't do anything else, take care of yourself. But if you want to make the most of life, take care of one another. It's important. Now, until next time, guys, I love you. Keep shifting the atmosphere, slice by slice, one bite at a time, one step at a time. Bye for now.